We on the other side. We on the other side of the trenches.
Yep.
We looking at D line, and I'm going. I open up on the defensive side since you opened up on the first half,
Okay.
and so I'm gonna go with my childhood team that I'm repping tonight on the D line. I'm going with the Jets. Now the Jets were horrible. They were beyond horrible last season.
Right.
But I do want to say that watching and just going back and watching, the whole Aaron, because it was really the whole Aaron Rodgers experiment in New York. But once that flat tire happened, like the second or third series, all the air was really left out of the Jets in New York. But their defense really kept them in really a lot of games last year. When I really sat back and I watched, they were in a lot of games late in the third and early into the fourth quarter. Then disaster just struck.
Right.
And when I look at them, you know, they had at least three players that played over 600 snaps, on the defensive line. And they all, you know, they let them go in the offseason, which mind blowing. But they were still very formidable. And really, with the development that they have right now, they still have good depth, in my opinion. They have Solomon Thomas and again, I don't want to beat up his name, but it's Leaky Fotu, I believe is his name. Um, but they're going to need Will McDonald Jr. to step up, in his second season for them really to take that next step. Um,
Right.
they let one of their first round draft picks leave and walk, but they did pick up some guys. They picked up Quentin Williams, Jermaine Johnson and Hassan Reddick, and again, pay Hassan. Look, you guys really you need that outside threat. You need that pass rush threat. Just pay him his money. I think it'll make all of the difference for them to be able to continue. I don't see much of a drop off with the changes that they had. I think actually their additions are better than those that they actually let walk away. And like anything else in football or any sport, if they can stay healthy, I think they really have a huge opportunity to be one of the most disruptive units in the NFL moving forward in 2024. And I'll be honest with you, low key, I'm excited to see what they do. Just because of we're back with the whole Aaron Rodgers hoopla on offense.
Yep.
I'm really more key to see what the defense does because let's say the offense does step up, and how does the defense respond? Are they still going to be able to be as disruptive as they were last year with the takeaways and all of the different things that they did? So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. All right. I could dig it. I'm not arguing with it. I'm saying this is going to be a Jets 2.0, coming in.
So they hope.
So we get to see, you know, hopefully we get to see what a healthy Aaron Rodgers is like, especially with the additions that they have as far as weapons and everything.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be competitive for the
Hmm.
Jets. So we'll see
Eh,
what happens with that.
I think competitive. And when you say competitive, I don't know. For me, competitive for them is 8-9, 9-8, and
Hmm.
that type of realm. And again, the AFC though I think is definitely more stacked
Yeah.
than the NFC. And just
Hmm.
alone in their division having to deal with, Buffalo, in my opinion, is definitely taking a step back. But
Oh yeah.
again, you still have one of the best quarterbacks, and he's a winner and he knows how to win, even though he hasn't been to the game yet. But you gotta watch Miami. I think they're uh they're a play or two or a break or an opportunity away from taking that next step. Uh,
Right.
and I mean New England is taking a step back, but and then you look across the rest of the league. I think Indianapolis is going to shock some people. Houston obviously is definitely a team to watch. Like you say, you got the Chargers out west. You still got Kansas City out west. Look,
Yep.
don't sleep on the Raiders. The Raiders, I think, are going to be tough. So I just the AFC is just going to be a little bit tougher. But I'm
Hmm.
interested to see the body of work that this defensive line can
Right.
bring to the team as a unit.